Hi, my name is Edward Johnson, aka Eddie, and I'm the president of InfoEd International. I'd like to spend a few moments talking to you about eRA systems. The lucky ones already have systems in place that they love. Some don't have systems at all. And some have systems they don't love and or they need to abandon. When I see people abandoning these systems, it's generally from a few different reasons. One, they built it and can't support it anymore. It's too difficult to keep the system compliant with the ever-changing regulations. Two, the vendor or the contractor that built it wants so much money to upgrade or change it, they might as well buy another one. Or three, their open source solution is being deprecated, maybe it's transitioning to a new version. In any event, it will involve money, time, and resources they just don't have. So no matter how you got to the point where you need to select an eRA system, the decision process is generally the same. An easy way to narrow down your options is to ask yourself one basic question. What's your business? Most people would answer research administration. However, there are some decisions you can make when selecting a system that might change your business or at least add to it and turn you into a software company. There are three simple questions that I often use to help determine if you are or are headed towards acting like a software company. Do you want to build it yourself? Do you want someone to build it for you, or will you end up heading down a path where you'll need developers or programmers, internal or external, to evolve it, maintain it, and keep you compliant? If you answered yes to any of these questions, congratulations, you're now in the software business. This could mean any number of things for you. You need access to programmers, and then you need to figure out how to pay for them. If you have to rely on consultants or vendors to provide these programmers, it will get real expensive real quick. How about the requirements gathering? This could easily take months and months to do. I've seen it take years in some cases. This, of course, assumes that the people with the knowledge have the time to sit in what could be countless hours of meetings. Everyone that I've ever spoken to does not even have the time to get the real jobs done. Now you get to design, build, test, and document this new system. This alone, and probably will, take months and months, if not years, to complete. Now you can get a head start if you start with some framework or open source products. However, these will very quickly present you with the same problems as if you built it yourself in the first instance. In most cases, it becomes even worse. Because the supplier or vendor handed you the software or customized their software for you, they now own you and your pocketbook. When they say you can maintain it yourselves, in reality, it's just not practical. You still need access to expensive development staff, then they have to learn how the applications work and how they're constructed. All this takes time and money. In most cases, it becomes easier for you to have the consultants or the contractors do it for you. This is exactly how these types of consultants and vendors survive. They know this and they plan for it. They are expecting that you will need their help in the wake of the standalone custom projects they leave behind. Now, add a couple more layers to your software project, integrating this type of system with other systems, and keeping this system compliant with the regulation changes. We have seen these integrations actually cost more than the implementation of these systems did initially. Getting systems to talk to each other can be a real nightmare. Now factor in the maintenance of that connectivity, and it becomes very untenable, very costly, very quickly. Also then look back over the past year or two. Consider the regulations that have changed. Consider what would need to be done with these systems to keep them compliant with the new regulations. If you have tremendous resources, time, money, and people, the software business might be a business you want to play in. However, if you are like the vast majority of the institutions in the R&D community, you are constantly being asked to do more with less. Sequestration has only just begun. You need to spend responsibly now and plan for what is coming, which by all accounts is more cuts in your money. As a result of everything that I've just described, our solution and approach is gaining more and more momentum. People realize they do not want to be in the software business. They want to and need to focus on research administration. The exodus from these homegrown, consultant-driven, or open-source systems is nothing less than massive. Research administration offices want to be able to use great tools without having to develop them on their own or maintain them. With our software, you can make it look the way you want it to look. You can collect the data you want to collect in the way you want to collect it. You can implement your own routing and workflow, all of which can be set up with a few clicks of your mouse. All of this without the pain and the responsibility of being in the software business. We are already the largest producer of software in this arena. We have the most products and the most clients. Again, people now realize they do not want to be in the software business. They want to and need to focus on research administration now more than ever. The money that used to be available to build and maintain homegrown and custom solutions just does not exist anymore, and there's no evidence that this money is going to be available in the near future either. However, you don't have to give up the perceived perks of the we paid lots of money to build our own custom solution. Our motto is customizable turnkey solutions. At first this sounds like an oxymoron, but let me explain. Turnkey means out of the box, it gets the job done. It can be up and running in days, not years. If you want your data converted, that's also possible and also quite common. There are other turnkey solutions, however, they are rigid, and if that suit doesn't fit, tough luck. This is now where the highly customizable component comes in. Through the web interface, you can change your InfoEd experience. No developers or programmers or highly trained IT staff are necessary. 80% of our applications are setups. These are user-friendly screens that allow you to change not only the look and feel of the pages, but also the screens and the data collection fields. All of this without a programmer. If you're worried about this approach and how it might not work for you, consider this. From usaspending.gov, over 25% of all the money that the NIH awarded to extramural institutions in fiscal year 2013 flowed through our software. This number is staggering. We have institutions that do $1 million a year R&D and many that do over $1 billion a year. Our solution is working for all those institutions and has been proven to do so. Our suite contains over a dozen highly integrated modules. This is largely due to us being in this business for over 20 years and having worked very closely with our clients. All the applications are enterprise class, built on the most robust and comprehensive security available. We can also and have integrated with hundreds of institutional systems using built-in APIs. We have cradle-to-grave paperless processing in all areas. We have built-in reporting tools that give you access to all your data. It is no accident that we are the world's leading supplier of software in this industry. We'd be very proud to show you this firsthand. It all comes down to that simple question: what business do you want to be in?